All right, give me a minute here. Still chewing my food. Right. So next topic. Okay. So here's the chronology a little bit of what's going to be happening. Okay. First of all, I think it's funny how y'all try to fake talk, meaning you try to talk without acknowledging reality. First of all, I don't read your comments. Second of all, if you're blocked already and you're still commenting, okay, that mm, would be illegal, right? I mean, like I said, they should be able to control their comments better. Like if you block an account, it should be blocked. So I never see any of that. Don't worry, y'all can't talk to me. I don't read comments, right? Because I don't live in else's delusion. I live in reality, right? I understand reality perfectly clear. I know exactly what I'm doing every day. I know that I'm winning. I know I'm making every right decision, right? And that's it. And I'm about unity and bringing people together, right? As much as possible. That's what I'm about, right? So hold on. So yeah, number one, you can continue to waste your time doing that, talking to yourself, whatever. I have no idea what you're saying because again, I don't pay y'all no attention. I don't read comments. Okay. Comments doesn't mean that I answer to comments. It doesn't mean that you dictate reality. And that's the problem a lot of you don't seem to get, which is very disturbing and very weird. It's just a YouTube comment section. It doesn't mean anything in reality. That's why all y'all do is run to YouTube because you're upset. Okay. Then you got the other reading and talking about the same individuals and how, again, their actions make no sense with whatever, how they feel. I don't care, not interested. It's all, it just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, I mean, clearly it just shows and displays the same issue and the same problem that people, right, should really say how they feel, bro. Right? Like people shouldn't be afraid to stand up and say how they feel. That's just a personal thing. All right. Number one, I don't know how people would think that they're running game on me, right? Or they're like, or there's like a psychological war going on. Like, bro, nobody's playing mind games with me, man. I'm not even focused on YouTube. I don't pay y'all no attention. Okay. The fact is that regardless of how this works out, I'm being blessed and I got tons of blessings coming and apparently tons of money and love, right? Right? So and new love, right? So like I said, I mean, everything is cool with Christina. She's just been like sick lately. She's going through a lot. You know what I mean? And I miss you and I love you. Other than that, like I said, I know y'all are just like all y'all do is show how much you're worried, you know? And that's the thing that's so weird is it's like, why don't y'all worry about yourself? You know? Like, the ratings tell me everything. I don't really care, bro. I mean, like, people can do what they want, man. Like, do what you do. I mean, it just goes to show. Hold up. It just goes to show, as usual, that you got people, right? Hold on. Who are trying to live through me vicariously, right? Do y'all know what that means? Or are you too slow to understand? They're trying to live vicariously through me, right? Meaning what? Meaning they're unhappy, right? Like I said, reality don't work, right? So again, just it's all simple and easy, man. It's just a behavioral thing and makes sense, right? At the end of the day, well, I don't really care. And y'all could just say the truth, right? Like, that's why y'all are upset because you know I don't care, right? That's the actual truth. Y'all know that I don't care. You can't tell me anything. So, like, literally, if it was up to them, they'd be on YouTube all day just typing nonsense, typing things that aren't there. They don't have it. Nobody has anything they can tell me in the world because I don't even make mistakes. I'm literally like perfect, right? Everything I do is just perfect move, perfect timing, shines. Everything I touch turns to gold, right? Like I said, God told me what it is. God told me he's real, straight up. I'll tell you straight up. God told me that I'm the chosen one, right? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, God told me what it is, and that I'm going to blow up with my music. I'm going to blow, right? And that we're going to do it together. I'm just telling you the truth. That's what God told me, right? So, clearly Drake is not a part of God's plan. Clearly, none of those people are. Taylor Swift wears like vests, like costume vests with a snake on it, with a red snake. What does that show? The devil. See, that's the only part that trips me out because they all believe in this God. So it's like it doesn't make sense. We can't be following the same God because I'm not wicked like y'all. I'm really truly righteous, right? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's very simple, man. They're not worshiping or believing in God. They're believing in the devil, right? And then you just get into the deep part that it really just makes me uncomfortable to explain because it's just so complicated. Like I can't figure out what's what. All I know is they just keep telling me like God is showing me he's real. Like, cool, you know, sweet. That's what I want. That's cool. Keep showing me, you know? But y'all gotta understand, man. First of all you fools that are sitting in New York living off the government, you're nobody in New York. Okay? I am 100% going to be taking this movement to guess where? New York. New York City. Welcome to New York City. And I remember when I was rolling through New York, I lived in North Carolina on the coast. I went to college out there for a little. and I was just huge at the time. And sorry, I'm looking at wires on the ground and it's distracting me. That looks like a wire for an electric scooter right there that's all crushed and torn up. Point is, man, I was in New York. I remember I was rolling around in my Chevy Cobalt I had at the time. I remember I just was in really good shape like I am now, and I'm good looking. I remember like I pulled into some area to go eat somewhere or go to a hotel or something. Might have been a hotel, and there was like a white chick checking me out that wanted to get with me or whatever. Like just immediately, like as soon as I stepped out of the car, like I've been in like I don't know, I was living in my car at the time, right? And I think it was Dallas Fort Worth area, right? And I was living in my truck at the time. I had just gotten out of renting out there in Irving, right? You got to understand, Irving is rough. Y'all want to claim your hood or ghetto? Go to Irving. You want to show me something? You want to earn some stripes? Go to Irving, Texas. I mean, did y'all see what happened? There's a short video out. I don't even want to talk about it, but homie, Irving, Texas they are very active. Okay. Now let me explain something to you. I was in Irving. I was in the heart of all of it, in the eye of the hurricane. And I was literally I've already spoken about it. I don't want to bring it up again. Honestly, I don't like talking about it. But like there was a whole ordeal and situation. And then I didn't back down at all and I won. And then on top of that, I found out how corrupt let's just say how corrupt Irving is, right? So I mean, it's funny, man. You know, Irving is on some other stuff. Dallas, Irving, any of those areas, anything associated with Dallas is just bad news. I don't know why people are like, oh, I want to live in Dallas. Like, oh, really? You do? Nobody in their right mind, okay, would want to live in Dallas. Dallas is terrible. Honestly, nothing good about it. It's just like Houston. Houston, they act like it's worse. I don't believe that. I think that anything can happen anywhere, and I think Houston is honestly light compared to Dallas. I mean, nah, well, yeah, I mean, I think Houston's probably one of the harder places, but I don't think y'all know about Dallas, bro. I do. I know all about it. I'll tell you one thing, man. You take half these boys on YouTube who claim they tough, y'all could come down these blocks. Y'all would say, nah, I'm not walking over there with you. Literally, if I asked y'all to just come walk with me, I'll go down any block. I ain't scared of nobody or nothing. Y'all fools would not. Y'all would say, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. It'd be like, you crazy, bro. Like, I used to walk by the stew pot, homie. You know what the stew pot is? Look it up. Y'all funny. Feel me? I lived in the bridge for a time period while I was trying to get all my resources together. And then I ended up going to Austin, getting work. And the whole time I was making payments on them taxes so I could sell that property. And then I went to Austin and I was even in the arts for a while. Then you got people who try to twist that testament and act like that's all I ever did. Like, dude, no. I've always had like I've just always had everything, man. I've always had stuff moving, always made money, always made bread. Like, I'm a boss, bro. That's really why people get mad on here, because they can never move like me. I'm a boss. Even when I was going through that, it was only so I could pay my taxes. See, it was only because, well, hey, I'm in a city that I didn't live in. That's what it always is with me. I go out and I get it. We're liable to do that again soon. At some point, it's up to me. But the point is, I've been in the bridge, homie. Like, look up the stories on the bridge. What's happened there? I've seen all sorts of stuff in the bridge. Like, real talk, first-hand account. I used to get into it with them fools. Y'all think you tough on YouTube? y'all couldn't even go in the bridge for like 24 hours. None of you. Not one of you people who wants to judge me, commentate on me. I was in there every day, homie. And like one of the only white dudes, especially that held his own. Like, nah, bro, don't try to tell me nothing. That's what people don't understand. Like me, I haven't backed down to anyone my entire life. And I pretty much don't even have a scratch on me. And I don't woof, nothing. Like, I'm real. I'm the real deal. Right? So it's like, I have a lot that I can teach people. You know what I mean? And my whole deal is, like I said, ain't none of y'all even from New York. When I was in Atlanta, I was running dope boys off of corners. That's what I come from. I'm a white hood nigga. And real talk, that's not playing. I'm not Rob Rack out here talking about stuff I'm not about. All that stuff he talking is fake. He's not about anything. We all know that. He's just very, very not smart. And he displays that over and over. He's going to go back to prison soon because he's still online doing the same behavior that's illegal. Because he's very, very weak mentally and not smart. He's a fool. That boy a fool. Rob Rack is a fool. I'm hold on. I'm just being honest with y'all. When I say that's what I was doing in Atlanta, I'd walk all over the city by myself with like Under Armour, like a tight Under Armour shirt on. I'd go looking all ghetto with my do rag onto the MARTA train and ride the train, and I'd sling my tapes, my CDs. I was a white boy in Atlanta, okay, where there's not too many white people, okay, and I held my own. And y'all think anything's gonna phase me? You funny. I was on the MARTA. I'm a white boy, mind you, slanging tapes in Dallas. I had like homies, like niggas with me, right? That would literally like they would tell me at the night, and I was I was a lot young. Most expensive. I'm thorough. So in Lenox, I was wearing. This is the most expensive mall, mind you, all of Dallas. Slanging tape, slanging my CD. So like, I'm just gonna tell you, bro. Like, I really come from the street. Like, I know how the streets work inside and out. I know how deep they are. I know who's who. I know what's what. I'm not running around like you fools paying homage and bowing down. I'm not Red Pill, right? Red Pill's a snitch, right? He's a coward. I don't back down to no one. I don't do that nicey talk. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. No, I didn't mean anything offensive. That's red pill. What happened to him, by the way? What happened? He got locked up again for harassment? Is that what happened? Wouldn't leave that Sarah alone? I don't even know who it is. I don't even know who that is. All I know is he's obsessed. That's all I know. What happened? You get locked up again? Obviously, you ain't on the internet. He be quiet now. I guess karma's real. All right. So my point is this, man. I don't even care about that fool, but my point is this. I really run the streets. Y'all don't understand what I've been through. I mean, when I was in the bridge, they used to bus us to the church. Okay, in Dallas, I ran in Austin. I went to the diner. I ran into the guy, the younger guy, that they were giving some kind of money because he had like an expensive chain on, right? And we were all, everybody was talking, not we, but they were all talking about it. I was just listening. The intelligent ones that really run things and are really powerful and dangerous, they just be quiet and listen. Let these other fools run their mouth and talk. Right? So yeah, I ran into him in Austin and I sat down next to him and we were eating. He was cool. Talked to him. He's not a bad guy. I like him. And then I don't know, it kind of seemed like he was down and out on his luck at that time too, and I was. Maybe he wasn't, so I don't know. But whatever he did, he basically like sold his soul clearly, but whatever he did, it worked because it just didn't seem like he really had much of an issue. We'd go in that church. I'm just telling y'all some stories here. We'd go in that church, homie, and I swear to God, there must have been mold in there or something, because every time you went in that church, every time, right? What is this? Every time you went in that church, you'd get sick. If you were consistently going in there, we'd all start, having sniffles and coughing and hacking. There was something in there, like black mold or something, probably. Okay. And this is a public church. So they're putting all these people that are coming in to the bridge and they would bus us over there, at least the men, right? I think it was just the men. Did it over there. I don't know if they do that. I tried after that. It seemed like they don't do it, or you have to earn your spot. I don't know. Anyway, Big Trouble was from Chicago. Big Trouble was a huge black friend of mine, right? And y'all gotta understand, like I used to be sitting in the bridge, right, just like sitting down, just surviving, trying to eat whatever I'm doing. Looking at what I got to take care of next at that time, because like I told you, I was concerned about this property at the time, and then I sold it. It was a 50-acre property. I sold it for 100 racks at that time. That money is gone. It's been gone. I used it to survive and live because I had to, because of the position that everybody had me in, right? Nobody's ever done a thing for me. So again, you got to understand, I'm not no loop. I'm not a failure. No, I know exactly what it is. I just keep winning, and the things that are out of my control, I just say, hey, I'm all good with it, bro. People try to hold me back, and that's the truth. And you can't let that stop you, man. You got to keep pushing. You know, seriously. Hold on. So, point is, how do I put it? Yeah, Big Trouble. He knew 52 blocks. Me and Big Trouble kind of came to a disagreement at one point. I don't know if y'all remember that. Some of you were probably around, stalking, watching, whatever. Me and Big Trouble got into a disagreement. Because hold on. Basically, when he would say, "Really?" basically when he would like I'd do my matches, right? Like the boxing, and then I'd show him and he would just say like some ultra negative stuff for no reason. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, like no, dude, like you got to be real with yourself, you know? And I just wasn't having it because clearly, I mean, he was on some narcissistic stuff too and didn't really know what he was talking about. He knew 52 blocks. And the point was, this is Big Trouble we're talking about from Chicago. His name is Big Trouble from Chicago. So this is a nigga who, and shout out to Big Trouble, like all due respect, he was a good dude. Like he literally, I like him. I have nothing but respect for him. But like, I'm just being real, and I addressed it at that time. But he was a cool dude. I just think that he would overcompensate a little, well, a lot, you know. And I don't care about that. That's fine. But I'm just saying, it is what it is. Point is, this is not a dude like Nutwad, who got ran out of Chicago. This is a dude that was really in Chicago and like active. Okay. And that's what y'all don't get is the pecking order of reality in the world in these streets is they all either cool with me, they all cool with me, but I mean at the end of the day they all answered to me basically, right? So I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. You know, like my street rap sheet, my repertoire is undeniable. I'm thorough as it gets. You know, when they say thorough nigga, I'm thorough as it gets. Okay? This is what all made me. I mean, I have tons of experience. So like I said, in Atlanta, well, point is, I just wanted to explain to y'all a little bit of that. And Big Trouble taught me 52 blocks in the bridge in the Dallas shelter called the bridge. That's where I learned 52 blocks. Directly from Big Trouble. He was trying to teach me the 5 variations, like the real nasty moves that you can't even really put on YouTube because they're that, you know, they're that ridiculous and dangerous. Okay. He was teaching me the whole system, and then I just had to leave. I had to jet, right? And I think it was because of the same thing, because y'all figured out that I was in Dallas, these people on here, and I was trying to get away from all that. So I was like, at the time, I had to. So at the time, I was like, it wasn't just that. It was just, it felt like the right move. And I got the ticket immediately to Austin. It was easier to get tickets then. And I said, I'm going to Austin. And they were like, cool. And that was it, you know? So everybody there was pretty cool, man. Like I made some good, for not everybody, but then there was another dude who got like some karma because he was like low key hating on me. That one that did the video when we were doing the video in the library, that was always kind of talking sideways, but like real low key. It's coward energy, the usual. No surprise there, right? So, like I said, I'm just telling you the truth. That's what happened, right? Big Trouble taught me 52 blocks in Chicago, right? And moving forward, like I said, when I was in Atlanta, I was running dope boys off of corners. That's what I was doing. Not joking. So, I mean, you gotta understand, we all come from different walks of life. Like, I've been a snob. I've never been a snob. I've always been down to earth, honestly. But I'm saying I've seen more money than anyone you'll ever meet, and I don't really care about money. I just know how to materialize it. I care about it to an extent. It's important, but I'm not money hungry like other people. And it's crazy because, like I said, the most money hungry people, they never have any money. You ever notice that? So back to the point, right? Okay, hold on. Back to the point of reality. That's what I was doing in Atlanta. I was running dope boys off corners. Like real talk. I was going into the real hood, like Cutler Ridge. You can research all this. I was in Bankhead. Okay. Went through all that major ordeal stuff. I'm smart. I know how to talk. I was just wrong place, wrong time. Talked my way out of it. You know what I mean? Got through that, right? I was in there with the dope boys from Bankhead for real. So like I've been right next to all the dope boys, right? And honestly, they were all afraid of me. When I first got in there in ATL, I remember I was at the sink and like like I'm used to like spitting in the sink, right? And this is just things you learn. Like at this point now, I wouldn't do that because I'm just not. I didn't realize that I was being rude really, but I was young. So like I've watched movies with like Tyrese and stuff. So I'm thinking when I go in there that I'm supposed to be like that. And boy, I had them boys so shook in Atlanta. I swear to you, bro. And I was like 17, 18. Like I was just, I was young. I was a kid, you know. And I had them shook. Them niggas was shook. You know, the guy told me, and he had been in there forever. Okay, and he was like, I mean, to me at this point, he'd be called like, what do they call him? Like a herb, because he was like in the mess hall. You know what I mean? So he was doing like the cleaning and all that stuff. That's a herb. Like that's a coward. Like you're not gonna see someone unless they just trying to make money that's doing like the mess hall and all that. If they not a coward, right? Point is, how do I put it? So, yeah, like how do I put this? Yeah, he told me like, bro, that's where we brush our teeth. And I told him to be quiet in a much meaner way. Screamed on him and told him I don't care what it is. Basically, like I'm doing it. What's up? That's how I'm built, right? Now, at this point, I think it was kind of rude, because I'm older now and I have a higher moral compass. When I was young, I really didn't care. I didn't have much of a conscience. It's what a lot of you don't know. I was really bad when I was young. When I was young, I didn't have no conscience. I didn't really realize what I was doing, and I was pretty mean spirited sometimes. And I was dangerous. I was going into all black clubs like Club Q and ATL and walking up on niggas who were with their whole crew. Okay, I swear to God. And the nigga said something like, "Why are you standing with my crew?" or something. I said, you know what I told him? It's the funniest comeback because you're in a gangster club called Club Q. You could research this, I bet. And Club Q used to have like the worst stuff happen possible every single week. And I'm in there by myself dolo, just me, and they're all, let's say they're all prepared.